And we're back with Shingen my cha. That's right. I was just saying how good this tasted. I took a short break. Was that the sound of a car driving by outside that my phone picked up or something else? I don't even know. Well, maybe that was just the game. Because I didn't hear that other car when it was going by. I'm so new at this. I get confused. If you hear a crinkle, it is because I'm using my volcano. Yes, I sometimes use the cannabis. No, that's totally in the game. All right then. Um, Technically, I use medically, but I'm Canadian, so it doesn't even matter anymore. Though I do wish I could get a prescription again so I could get my medical receipts, but whatever. Anyway, yes, I have shoulder pain, so I'm vaping some CBD. So if you hear that's a volcano, if you hear that off and on, if you hear a crinkly, that is La Bag. Oh, and there's... Nope, that wasn't my nice neighbor coming home. That was just a person in a white truck. I can't... Well, I can. No, you can't. I can see what's out my window. You can't. So why am I talking about it? That's very silly. And now my cat is staring at me. You can't see that either. At some point, I'm going to have to get some kind of camera so you can see my cat staring at me. She's really mad because I'm using the desk chair in this room, which is her favorite chair for several months now. She gets a little grumpy when I sit in it because she wants to sit in it and she is highly opinionated. Her name is Maybe. She is not the same cat I was talking about earlier. I have 9. I volunteer for a cat rescue. I'm sure that I will talk more about that in time. But right now, let's press any button. If I go suddenly quiet, it's probably because I have a lung full of vapor. Thursday, September 24th, 2020. And again, I press any button. I'd make the where's the any button joke, but I was already talking about the any key in like the last couple videos, so I feel like I kind of already got there. Evening Whispers! Main headline, I'm sorry, I think I bumped the mic with my knuckle when I was scratching my nose. I have a long nose, so that's going to happen sometimes. I'm allowed to make this joke. I'm Jewish, so that's going to happen sometimes. I'm allowed to make that joke because I am Jewish. I think I already mentioned that briefly. Oh, I'm half and not raised in the religion, but, you know, I've been told both that that is and is not enough. It really depends who you ask. I'll bitch more about that at some point, I'm sure. Stop workplace racial profiling, the Orcish Workers Union demands. I don't like that one of the signs says we still have brain. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a gross joke at the expense of the orcs, which to me would just read as a gross joke at the expense of people who speak imperfect English or have developmental disabilities. I don't know, am I supposed to laugh at that, or is that supposed to be sincere? I'm so unclear sometimes with this game. It's like vaguely social justice-y in places, and then like really not in other places, so... I'm vaguely social justice-y in places, so that kind of is up my alley, I suppose. I'm not an activist. That would be way overstating it. I just am a freak, so I can't really help having to fight for shit sometimes. And I don't say I'm a freak because I'm like agender or trans or whatever. I've always been a freak. I've never not been a freak. I knew I was a freak before I knew anything else about myself. That's always been the one personality trait I've never questioned. Literally, like in elementary school, me and like one of my good friends had a club that was all about being like weird. Because we both knew we were and we're never not gonna be. Coming from fucked up homes really fucks you up. But yeah, friend Sarah B taught me to be proud of that. Don't talk a lot anymore because of issues, but I will never not thank her for that. I will always credit her for that because she is the one who taught me a lesson she learned in her family that I only learned from my dad and mine, and eventually my older brother, but he always fit in better than me, so it never came off quite the same because he didn't get being a freak like me. He was like the kind of likable freak with his friends who were likable freaks, and I was like a freak who didn't have friends because even the freaks thought I was a freak. So yeah, my friend Sarah, she taught me to wave my freak flag high Did I say freak or freed? Because a freed flag would be different. It's hard to hear myself with the headphones on. Anyway, more headlines. Despite losing a member, Super Smile's latest album sold 1 million copies. Despite, usually death boosts album sales. Blogging is now part of curriculum at some private high schools. I don't think that that's a bad thing. It's probably supposed to be sarcastic, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's supposed to be sincere. I don't know anything about these devs, but why not? It's not like this shit's going anywhere. Start the day! I run a coffee shop, not a blog. Oh, that's right. Aw, she's so cool. I'm just like, welcome? Like, damn. Yo. And I'm just like, weak in the knees. A cup of honey milk, please. I love you already. Can you be forever? You're right away. She's so cool. Milk. Milk. Honey. Brew. Fingers crossed it's 2 milk, 1 honey. Fingers crossed it's 2 milk, 1 honey. I forgot to look. I just want her to like me. Serve it. Her honey milk is ready. She said thank you. I'm just gonna check. Did I get the recipe right? Is that here? I don't think it actually has popped up new things yet, has it? No, it doesn't appear to have. Okay, so I didn't miss anything because... Yeah, alright, alright. Oh, there's a new story. I'll check that out later though. She's like, thank you. I'm like, you're welcome. I'm just like gazing at her with like those anime starry eyes. They're all twinkly. Like 90s anime style, Ranmo in half, whatever, like Ryoga looking at Akane. Freya! Don't you dare try to flirt with her. She's not no, I want her to like me. Freya's like, hey Poison, it seems like there's a cat. Oh my god, she got in with me! You checked closely enough to know she's a girl? Well, you know, maybe you're assuming as opposed to an unneutered Tom. I'm not gonna read too much into that. I could, but I'm not going to. What does that other sign say? Scribble! Bunch of lines. BB Slim Coffee? Slime coffee? I don't know. Anyway, cute cat. I'm like, relax, it's okay. Hey, kitty cat. What are you looking for? Want some milk? Oh my god, cat girl. She's like, hi, barista. Yes, I'd love some milk. Oh, Freya, you can flirt with her. She's cute, but like, I'm super into the orc girl. She's so cool. Freya's like, holy. Cat girl's like, you look like you've just seen a ghost. Freya's like, no, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. It's been a while since the last time I saw a nekomimi transforming. She's like, we rarely do that in public. I guess you don't have that many nekomimi friends? Freya's like, I won't say I have. Well, you shouldn't if you don't. I'm like, folks usually use your feline. You folks usually use your feline form to commute. If I'm not mistaken. Nekomimi's like, that's right. Freya says, well, commuting as a cat sounds more practical than commuting as a than commuting in a bipedal form. Thank you. Nekomimi's like, kind of. Anyway, before we continue, I think Freya totally just put her foot in her mouth, so much for her flirting with this girl. She should just try again with Nua. Can I have, or Lua? I forget. Lua, I think. Can I have my milk, please? Ah, I'm sorry. What kind of milk do you want? Just milk. No additional stuff or anything? Nope. Milk and nothing else. Can do, my friend. Well, I guess we're not friends yet, my dear. It's weird when you're from Nova Scotia. My friend can seem too forward and, like, I don't know you sometimes, but my dear, it's just, like, totally fine. Everyone calls each other, like, honey and dear around here. I know some people who are from here who can't stand it. I'm with my mom, who's always like, I never know when someone's gonna call me, like, honey or dear or sweetie again, so it's like, I'm not gonna say no. makes me feel nice. It's like, aw, thank you. You're so sweet, too. I'm like, fresh milk for the lady with a pretty smile. Ooh, I'm flirty tonight. Nekomimi's like, thank you. Freya's like, are you hitting on an underage girl? Wait, she's underage? I was just giving her a compliment. Also, how am I supposed to know she's underage? This is a video game and I don't know anything about her. She's like, thank you for the compliment. Okay, so I'm not flirting tonight. She's just a kid, apparently. I'm glad they told me that, because I literally have no other way of knowing. It's really good. You're welcome. What's a young girl like you doing alone this late? Again, I don't want that to come off flirty, because Freya's the one who called me out, so like, what's a young girl like you doing alone this late? I'm not a young girl. I'm a grown-up who can take care of herself. You don't look like a grown-up. What? I'm 18! Oh, okay. So she's not a kid, but she's still too young for me to want to hit on. I'm 38. If I were 18 and playing this game, or like 16 and playing this game, I'd be like, excuse me? Freya, why can't I hit on her? Just because I'm 16 and I own a coffee shop, if I were 16. But I'm 38, so she's way too young. She's adorable, though. Freya's like, yeah, that's exactly what I call too young. Well, I'm not an old lady like you, for sure. But don't call her too young. Like, too young for us to date, but why are you even thinking of her like that? Besides, I've been earning a living since I was 13 years old. So I'm definitely not a kid anymore. Yeah, that'll do it. Freya's like, how? I'm sure you know. I don't? Oh my, are you? Just say it. If this is something illegal, or if you're in danger, blink twice. Really? With a cute place like mine? Exactly. Seriously, you've never seen me on TV or social media? I love that Miss Orc is just on her phone, totally ignoring us, while I'm just like, you're so pretty, I like your hair. I don't want to sound like a snob, but I don't watch mainstream media. You sound like a snob, Freya. Like, that, no, you sound like a complete snob. I say that as a writer and editor who loves reading. Truly. I also enjoy watching mainstream media. I also enjoy watching not mainstream media. Why would you reject media based on whether other people like it in large or small groups? That's just silly. If it sounds interesting, check it out. Oh god, I don't get elitists. I don't get, like, oh, what's the term? Like the backwards elitism thing. There's a term for that, and I'm so blanking on it, it's annoying me. Right, I don't get snobbery. Like, I only read the classics. I don't get, like, reverse snobbery. Like, I only read, like, genre fiction. It's like, I read whatever the fuck appeals. Why wouldn't you do that? It's more fun. I think it's fun. Anyway, snob. Yes! Part of the broke but woke movement I see. I have no idea who made this game, so I don't even know if they have a right to use the term woke, but yeah, white people really shouldn't. Unless you're black, really, you shouldn't, because as far as I know, it's, black English? So, you know, don't appropriate a dialect that's not even recognized as an official dialect of English as it should be. Black American English is, yeah, don't use woke if you're not from that community. It happens so often and it really kind of annoys me. I don't know, I'm a words person, so it's just sort of like, how hard is it to remember not to use a word that contextually you only learn the new meaning of that definition for the word? Like, use woke to, like, for like woke up or whatever, obviously. Goes without saying. Don't use it in the Black American English sense if you're not Black American. If you're not, you probably only learned that definition in the relatively recent past. So, how hard can it be to remove it from your vocabulary when you haven't been using it long? I've done that with words I've been using much, much longer. Sometimes just because I liked using another word better. I wanted to switch over to, or like pronouncing scenario instead of scenario. So I was just like, I'm gonna say it that way, and I taught myself to. It's not that hard to learn or unlearn how to say things. Yeah. Slash and ran, I hope. Slash ran. Whatever. You must be the broke part. Hee hee, dig. I don't see you ordering any drinks. What, too broke for a cup of coffee? I'm just laughing. Freya's just like ... She's not that great for business, no. Oh, really, says Freya. Sometimes I wonder, could this coffee shop survive without me? You buy 1 cup of coffee a night. I'm sure and also you said I'm, like, super rich and basically can just, like, afford to not make money, so I think we'd be fine. What are you waiting for, Grandma? Make your order. Is this some kind of maid cafe experiment or something? So, what do you want to order instead of insulting my customers? The usual. Boring. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Boring. She's boring. I want to like Freya more than I do, but she's kind of judgy, kind of nosy, and kind of boring. Great hair, though. Your espresso is ready. God damn it, I have to stop bumping the mic while I scratch my nose. I'm driving myself nuts. It's gonna sound terrible, isn't it? I don't know how well this little, like, sock thing on it works to muffle shit like actual physical contact, so I just assume it's gonna sound terrible, and I am so sorry. I will get better at this if I keep doing it. I hope. As good as usual. I'm, like, glad you liked it. Wait a minute. Do look familiar. Yeah, you don't see advertisements and shit, Freya? You've never seen a billboard? Are you in a pop group? Are you Rachel Florencia? The member of Super Smiles who just graduated and started her solo career. Oh, so Super Smiles didn't, like, I assume they meant lost a member, like, someone died, but they just mean, like, she graduated. Oh, okay, okay. That's weird. Do they do that shit in the US, too? I know they do that kind of, like, graduating from a pop group shit in Japan. Wasn't aware of that happening in the US, but what do I know? Rachel's like, You're not a lot scars after all, Grandma. That brings us back to my first question. What the hell are you doing here? Drinking milk? Well, she doesn't owe you an explanation, Freya. Don't give her that look. Freya's like, I'm serious. Yeah, so's she. She's drinking milk. But you could see it with your own eyes, right? I'm really here to drink milk. How come this coffee shop attracts so many weird people? Look who's running it. Well, while we do have a lot of unusual customers, this is the first time we've had a famous celebrity visit. To drink milk, no less. Yay, achievement unlocked! It'd be fun if that actually is an achievement in the game, that'd be really cute. No, seriously, why are you here? Well, you know, the usual young folks problems. I had a fight with my father, and so here I am. I see. But is it okay for a celebrity like you to be out alone this late? You don't need to worry about me. I can turn into a cat. Freya's just like ... Now I'm really worried. Why? Why would that make you more worried and not less? Freya's strange. Anyway, what happened? My dad... We got into an argument. He doesn't like my line of work. He always saw my profession as something negative. But I love what I'm doing. What about your mother? What are her thoughts on your career choice? Oh my god, that's insensitive. Did she mention that she has a mother? No. So, don't bring one up, but presumptively... Wow. I hate when people do that. Both of my parents are alive, for the record. I just think that's so incredibly, incredibly callous. I hate when it happens in real life, too. I think I did that once when I was 14 or 15, meeting another student in my German class, and I asked about we were asking, like, basic questions about each other's lives, and I asked about, like, her mom and her dad, and it turned out her dad had passed. And I felt, and, like, she was fine with it. I, like, overreacted. I was a, like, ignorant kid. I feel bad that I overreacted now. But also, I learned from that, like, don't presume someone's parents are both alive. Just wait and see what they bring up. Oh god, I touched the mic again trying to scratch my nose. God damn it. I need to get, like, a back scratcher stick or something. No, but I don't want to put that near my eyes. Okay, never mind. As I suspected, Rachel says her mom passed away a few years ago. Freya's like, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, the thing everyone says because no one knows what to say. Rachel's like, it's alright. Your dad know anything about the entertainment industry? He used to work in showbiz decades ago. So yeah, he does know a thing or two. That's probably the problem. Georgie. Good evening, Poison. Good evening, girls I've never met before. I just saw you yesterday. Just kidding, Freya. Anyway, Poison. Yes, officer? I need something for my sore throat. Can you get me a cup of green tea with lemon and honey? I'm not comfortable. Say, yeah. Lemon, honey. I would recommend ginger, too, personally. Ginger is so good for a sore throat. Serve it. Your special drink is ready. Well, well. What do we have here? It's my special cough syrup. What do you call it? Cough syrup. That's a terrible name. Of course you do. Yeah, I like to think he's just like, you are incredibly naive. Wow, I'm just gonna... Wow, okay. Let's see whether this drink tastes as good as it smells. I thought... Does it not smell like cough syrup then? I just assumed that was where he... I'm so confused. I assumed it smelled bad. Damn, this is great. How's your day going? Anything out of the ordinary on your patrol? Freya's like, yeah. Anything interesting today? Actually, I witnessed something scary on my ship today. Tell me, tell me! Oh my god, Freya. You sure you want to hear it? Yeah, good question. She's like, yes! That's freaky, Freya. You're freaky. The scary thing I witnessed was... my salary. Rachel there's just giggling. Seriously? Yeah, today is payday. And I checked the ATM during my shift. Such a horrible sight. Other than that and the labor union protest, everything is fine though. How can you say it's fine? We got a young celebrity lurking around by herself. She's 18. She's a legal adult. What the fuck? Ain't that strong proof that this area is safe? Hey. Thank you for the drink and the place to sit. I'm going back now. Oh, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time. Uh-huh. She's so cool. I want her to be my girlfriend. Who the hell was that? She just sat there and read. I'm pretty sure that's normal in a coffee shop. You just sit there and write. I mean, you always do that here when you're writing. I guess you're right. Anyway. Where were we? Oh, yes. What are you doing here, young lady? It's pretty late, you know. You don't have anywhere else to go. Would you rather she's just on the street? And this place looked cozy. Let's see. So, you basically wanted to go to a bar, but you're underage, right? How did you know? You can read minds now, old man? I have a daughter around her age. It's easy to translate what they say. Especially when you have to deal with them every day. I don't know why you're here, but everything's gonna be okay. You can forget all of your problems while you're here. Dude, you're a cop. It's not his place to take care of someone else's daughter. He is a cop. It's exactly his job. Relax, Freya. Don't be so uptight. Wow. Yeah, says Rachel. Oh, this is vaguely creepy undertones. Mr. Policeman here made me feel much safer already. You know it yourself, Freya. This place is very safe. That's true. I'm here. I can, like, fight people with my fists and presumably also my money if necessary. Because I'm just, like, somehow perfect in this game, so... Right, Officer Georgie? Excuse me. Of course, this is the safest place around here. Hey, that endorsement comes with a discount, right? The look Freya's giving him. What? Don't look at me that way. You're a cop, old man. Act like one. I deal with crimes and public safety. Should I know how to handle someone else's daughter? You should know. You're a father yourself. Oh, right. Guys, you know I can hear you, right? Really? See, Freya? She has good hearing. That should help her protect herself. Anyway, Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel, what brings you here? As I've told the others. Ah, damn it. So sorry about it. Anytime you can hear me bump the mic. Why do I keep having to have itchy parts on the left side of my face? Probably because my hair has gone kind of askew because of wearing the headset, honestly. I had a fight with my dad, says Rachel. Georgie just laughs for some reason. Freya's like, why are you laughing? Which is a good question. Georgie's like, me and my daughter fight every day. That sounds terrible. Freya's like, hey, why would you say that? He's like, because it's true, so you're a shitty dad? I fought a lot with my kids. That's normal. Is it? In fact, whenever we finish arguing about something, we become closer as a family. Yeah, that doesn't always happen. Really depends on the argument and how often your arguments happen. A certain amount of arguing in close relationships is healthy. A lot is not. Yeah. Rachel's like, huh? Because when things have calmed down, I learned something about them. Yeah, a lot of parents aren't interested in that. A lot of kids aren't interested in that too. And they learned something about me as well. As long as we don't leave things unresolved, an argument makes things better. Yeah, because it's not like most people leave things unresolved or anything. But it happens so often. Tonight was just one among countless others. Yeah, that's not healthy at that point. It wasn't like this before it happened. You mean before your solo career? No, before Mom passed away. What happens after each fight? Nothing. We just don't talk about it until another fight starts. Yeah, here we go. Now we're getting to the actual crux of it. This is actually all true. Unresolved problems are dangerous. It ain't easy. But you gotta understand each other better. And as much as I hate to admit it, conflict is always the best way to know someone. That's often surprisingly true. Even your own blood. Excuse me. But it was never this bad when Mom was around. She's the only one who understood me. And she also understood your father. Rachel's just like ... I don't blame her. Maybe he and your mom also had arguments, but your mom acted as a mediator between the two of you. That's possible. Now that Mom's gone, I don't have anyone to act as my guardian. And your dad, he lost his best negotiator. Rachel's just like ... Wait a second. You said this happens a lot. Why did you run this time? My daughter never ran away. Wait, maybe it's because I'm the one who always ran away. What? Using my job as an excuse. Wow, that's... I mean, like you said, as long as I actually resolve shit later, I guess that's okay. That's taking a break. But if you just run away with no explanation, that's really not nice. That's not a good thing to do. Whatever. I can confirm that, says Poison. Me. Yeah, I run here a lot. But yeah, I hate to tell you again, you both gotta resolve your issues. Unresolved problems are dangerous. Yeah, just say it and it's done, right? In any relationship. I kinda understand what you're going through, Rachel. I also ran away when I was younger. Are you on good terms with your parents now? I am. When and how did it happen? To be honest, I'm not even sure myself. It just happened. Maybe I should run even farther. I mean, I have my own income. I don't need to rely on my dad. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Why? I'm an adult. No adult would ever say, I'm an adult. That has some truth to it. Not completely, though. Just give yourself time to think, Miss Rachel, and try to understand your father's perspective. I'm sure both of you will be able to solve this, like adults. You don't need to rush to a decision. I'm not sure about that. Just take your time. But now I would recommend you just go home. It's really late. I need to go home as well. I can give you a ride. That really seems creepy to me. But you don't need to talk to your father right away. Just go straight to your room. At least knowing you're safe at home will give him some peace. That'll allow him to think more clearly about everything. You're right. You really are a cop, Georgie. Of course I am. So where do you live, Miss Rachel? In the western part of Nako Town. Oh, that's quite far. You're still gonna drive me home, right? Georgie's just like, ... Freya's like, old man. Of course I will. Should I drive you home too, Miss Freya? Freya's like, nah, you don't have to. I'm riding my bike. Are you sure? 100% sure. Okay, we'll be off then. Thank you, Poison and Freya. Take care on your way home. See you around, Poison. Let's just check out Tomodachi real quick. Or is it just Tomodachi with 2 exclamation points? I mean, I think that's the pun, isn't it? The exclamation points are also the L's. Or I'm reading a pun where there isn't one and I'm just a weirdo. So some of Georgie's favorite things. His favorite movies are Police Academy, Cop Story, and Robert Cop. Very good. Sorry, Police University, Cop Story, and Robert Cop. Robert Cop is a good movie. It's not a good movie. I've never seen it, so what do I even know? What I'm doing with my life. Father of 3 beautiful girls. Alright then. And Rachel. Oh, that must be the rest of the group. So at least another one is a nekomimi. Not sure about the other 2 though. Birthday 29 February. Contact for business inquiries. And so far that's it. Alright then. Brew bad. Hey, that's right. Got another drink. Cough syrup. What a terrible name. It is a good cure for a sore throat though. So Freya's like, there they went. Yes. You can stay longer if you want. Nah, that's fine. I also have to call it a day. How's the writing, by the way? It's getting there. That's nice to hear. I'm juggling a lot of work, though. Barely made my deadlines. I don't know if I can keep this up. Why don't you just come clean? Tell your boss about the publishing offer. Who knows, maybe she'll understand. Yeah, right. Great job, Freya. Here, take some money. Go take a vacation and finish your novel. In your dreams. Not exactly employee of the month. You never know. You never know. I might end up on the chopping block. Oh, the pressure. I'm sure about one thing, though. This coffee shop has a lot of stories to tell. So yeah, probably be back tomorrow. The door is always open for you. Freya laughs. I bet it is. Okay then, take care. Be careful on your way home. Welp. Tarik. Tea mixed with milk. Sorry, tea with milk mixed by pouring the 2 repeatedly between cups. Originally from Malaysia. Sounds really neat. Like that I'm hearing about some tea and coffee drinks I was not already aware of here. It is now Friday, September 25th, 2020, and we are pressing any button. The latest headlines. Werewolf activist imprisoned for owning illegal Fury sedative. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Sounds like he was just trying to self-medicate. The Orcish Workers Union in talks with the government over their pleas. Good. I hope that they are listened to. Don't cave. Rap group Street Orchestra questioned over their pro-eco-terrorism lyrics. I mean, I guess it depends on who they were in favor of eco-terrorizing. The government? Big business? Can't really say I have a problem with that. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Evening. Are you by yourself tonight, sir? Gala is coming. After his shift. It's pretty empty here. You're our first customer tonight. Is there something wrong? Nothing. It's just a bit strange that you say our. When, obviously, there's only you here. Oh, I guess it's just me, but when I'm working, I always put myself as the barista and the coffee shop. Let's see. Anyway, I need to order something. What do you want to drink tonight? Do you have any blood? I'm like ... Sorry, sir, but we don't. Come on, did you think I was serious? Oh. Nah, give me some ginger green tea. Make sure it's very warm and bitter. Alright. Green tea. Green tea. Ginger. It's matcha, so it should be fairly bitter. Unless it's supposed to be green tea leaves. I don't know. I headcanon it's matcha. Here is your ginger green tea. Let's see. Not enough. Excuse me? It's not warm or bitter enough. I'm sorry. Forget it. It's not bad, but definitely not enough. By the way, if you don't mind my asking, ask away. You said you're here for work? Yes. For a couple of weeks. You're not in the medical industry like Mr. Gala, are you? Hell no. I could never imagine myself doing something so... what's the word? Something as honorable as that. Then, are you dealing with something I shouldn't ask about? I'm not a criminal. In case that's what you had in mind. I mean, it's not an evil job per se, but definitely not as honorable as working in a hospital. Then, what is it? Guess. You travel a lot? More or less. You befriended a startup founder, so I assume you either have your own startup, or you work in some kind of investment agency. I used to, but not anymore. That startup founder, he's just a friend. Then, what do you do? I've had many career paths in my life. They got boring after a while, so right now, I'm a model. Didn't expect that. But you have the looks and the figure, so I guess it makes sense. You want to know a secret? Sure. Those ads for anti-aging skincare products? No way. Vampire models. We are naturally good-looking. Skin paler than an elf's, but we don't have those annoying pointy ears, which makes us basically a bunch of good-looking living mannequins. How better to advertise anti-aging products than with people who naturally don't age? Isn't that false advertising? Don't be naive. Truth is a matter of circumstance and perspective. Advertising is just framing the truth. I never thought of it that way. How long have you been modeling? Oh, not long. Not much more than 30 years. Wow. Oh, Freya. I was wondering if it was her or Gala. Good evening, says Freya. Can you please be a little quieter? There's another customer here. Act like a civilized person, if you can. Freya's like, oh, come on. I'm just trying to make this place a little livelier. You don't mind, right, sir? Oh, he does. No, I don't mind. Well, that's a shame. I was really hoping you did. I'm pretty sure I saw you the last time I was here. You bet. You could say I'm a regular here. Hence the attitude. Hey, you look very happy. Any special occasion? Nope, nothing. This is my default state. She only has 2 states. Either extreme excitement or super stressed. Stop putting me in a bad light. Anyway, what were you talking about? We were talking about Mr. Hyde's profession. And what does your profession do, sir? I'm a model. And he's been doing it for 30 years. Holy shit, 30 years of modeling? That's a long time. Not for me. My current liaison, the clothing brand I work with, is the daughter of the guy I worked with when I started modeling. Usually I work until it's the grandchild. That's really cool. I'm Freya, by the way. Nice to meet you, Freya. How's the writing so far? It's okay, but I'm stuck and in need of a warm drink. So, brew me something, please. Coffee? Nah. I need to take it slow tonight. Make me something warm and sweet, without coffee. She's finally changing it up. But that's not warm, apparently. Reset. Let's try or may not be what she's looking for. A warm, sweet drink ready. I mean, I think it is. Nice. A perfect drink to end a day. Hey, I got it. Glad you liked it. Woo, did something right. So, you're a writer? Yeah, I work for the Evening Whispers. But I'm also working on my own novel right now. Sounds interesting. What kind of novel are you writing? It's complicated. You should wait until she finishes it. Yeah, no spoilers. That's if she ever manages to finish it. Yeah, that too. What's the genre? Slice of life? Not fantasy or sci-fi? I'm still not sure. Probably it'll be normal slice of life. You'll have tough competition. You're not wrong. I'll probably put some surreal elements in there. Maybe I'll set it in a world where only humans exist. Sounds a bit racist. Speciesist. That's the twist. This isn't about racial supremacy. I mean, I imagine even in a world where only one race exists, species, problems will still appear anyway. Yes, like racism, which is why this should be called speciesism. Discrimination and racism will still happen. How can they be racist without other races? That's a good question in this context, where you're using race to mean species. How can? Differences in language, nationality, ideology, or even skin color. When everything's the same, the smallest differences will stand out. I don't honestly believe that in this world, having different skin colors amongst different species wouldn't make a difference. Because people seem pretty goddamn prejudiced in this world. It seems very much like the real world in that way, so just really, I have a little bit of trouble suspending my disbelief for that not existing in this universe at all. It doesn't seem like that much of a gentler world for that to be the case. Perhaps it's diversity that can teach us how to look past differences, that can teach us to look past the differences, or to, you know, recognize them and how they're important, rather than looking past them. Fuck colorblindness. Anyway. The bottom line is, we'll always find a way to hate others. If she's speaking for humans, that's true. I don't think she has a right to speak for any other species. I assure you of that. Yeah, so do I with regard to humans. Sadly, we're basically just chimpanzees with bigger brains. That doesn't really sound all that funny. No, but I'm with Freya on this. Like, it sounds terrible, so let's laugh. I'm Eastern European by descent. How my brain seems to have been raised. How my socialization went from an early age. I enjoy being that way, so I'm not complaining. Whereas like, hey, it's fantasy. That's what fiction's for, anyway. Painting the what-ifs. Hyde just laughs. It's actually pretty interesting. I'll buy your book when it comes out. And I'll fly back here to have it signed. Aw, thank you! A brief moment to check Tomodachi, whatever, Freya! Oh, here we go. Favorite things. Coffee, coffee, coffee! In case you didn't get it the first time, I'm a huge fan of Neiman and Harakami, so there's that. What I'm doing with my life? Working as a journalist, because it's the best way to learn how to write better. Talk to people who have experienced more than you, and get paid for learning things. Well, it's the best way to learn how to write like a journalist better. If you're looking to write fiction, then the best way to learn how to write better would be to write fiction. I'm gonna back up. And is there anyone else who... Oh yes, Hyde, here we go, I figured. Self-summary? Part of Los Angeles Agency... Sorry. Yes, part of Lost Angels Agency. My contacts are getting a little dry. I may have to switch my glasses because I am beginning to misread things. Also, I need a new prescription. Thanks COVID, I haven't been to the eye doctor in a while. Anyway, yes, his self-summary. Part of Lost Angels Agency, old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. If you ever stop, are you really still alive? Like, have you not ascended to a higher plane if you had the answer to those questions? Lua! Hi, everyone! Good evening, Ms. Lua. Hi there. How's it going? Great, thanks. Lua, Please meet Hyde. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hyde. And Hyde, please meet Lua. Hi. Are you by yourself? Yeah, I just finished a meeting. I needed an escape from my coworkers, so I decided to come here instead. Is Bailey's coming? Hyde's just like, she usually brings Bailey's with her? Oh, he's not, says Lua. He's a freelancer, remember? He's free to do whatever he's a freelancer, remember? I didn't notice the expression at first. He's free to do whatever he wants. Is everything okay? Clearly, everything's just fine. To be honest, we haven't talked much since the other day. Oh, well, you did kind of tell him how to handle an issue that he has, and that he can't choose to walk away from his family if that's what makes him comfortable, and that's really crossing a boundary. He didn't tell you you have to walk away from yours. He just said that he's willing to walk away from his. He didn't tell you what to do. Like, I like Lua, but don't tell someone that they have to stick with their toxic family if they're like, I'm done. That's not healthy. It's not your business. Support them. If they need to be apart from those people, support them. I speak from experience. I had to take time away from my toxic family, and now our relationships are less toxic. And my cat is coming out from underneath the dresser again. This is a different cat than maybe who I mentioned earlier. This is Ernie. I have some cat videos on my profile as well, so I will at some point make sure I have videos of all of them doing silly things so people who are curious, if anyone ever listens to these, can see who's who. Now his sister Bert is going up and snipping his bum. And now back to the game. Freya's like, oh. I'm just like, ... We shall fix that with a warm drink then. That's basically all I can do. Good idea, thanks, says Lua. Yeah. I'm glad that we're on the same page. I can't actually help you, but I can give you a warm drink, and that helps calm and a lot of people. It's one of the best things for me if I'm like upset or something, or just anxious. It's just like, give me a warm cup of water to hold in my hands and sip, and I will already feel better. Even better if it's like tea or coffee. Lua says she's in the mood for a green tea latte. Green tea latte? Is there a problem? No. I'm like, green tea latte, I guess. Lua's like, is there a problem? No, it's nothing. Sorry. Then a cup of green tea latte, please. Is this not something that I know how to do? I know how to make a green tea latte. I know how to make green tea latte, you know, as a concept in real life. Like, there you go, tea, milk, milk. Tea. Niche. Niche. I think I mentioned in a couple of other videos that I took German in high school. I also briefly studied Japanese in junior high, so sometimes I just say things in German or Japanese, or French occasionally though, as I've mentioned, I think also in a past video, even though I'm Canadian and learned that for many, many more years in either of the other languages, my accent is terrible, and I just generally try to avoid it because I'm embarrassed by myself. Ooh, I can do latte art. I'm bad at that. Okay. Pour milk. I'm not gonna pour too much milk this time. Let's try that. And then I'm going to etch. Etch. There. I'm just sort of, I have no concept for this. I just sort of started like wiggling the thing around. I got too excited. I didn't think this through. I didn't think at all. I just started doing. So this is gonna look almost as bad as the last one. Let's pull some over here. Let's give it like hair or something. I don't know. I can sort of see this like as a big ear. And then there's like some kind of weird flowery neck. That's a chin. There's a tiny little mouth there. Then that's like a really long pointy nose, and now there's hair. There we go. I decided it's a face, arbitrarily. Serve. I'm so happy with myself right now. Yeah, your green tea latte's ready. You're gonna love it. Thank you. She didn't even look at the art, but oh, I don't know why. But I was suddenly longing for a green tea latte. Oh gosh, that's disappointing. I was really counting on her saying, that latte just made me feel all better. I was gonna be like, that's because I drew a perfect side profile face on it. And and you didn't even notice. You just drank it without looking first, but it still helped. But no, my hopes for a compliment have been dashed. Lewis says, like, this drink feels really heartwarming. Call me pretentious, but I think these drinks have the power to connect people's hearts. Yes, if I'm saying that, I call myself pretentious. That sounds like absolute bullshit. What the fuck does that even mean, connect people's hearts? Though if you think of it literally, that's a really, really gross, funny mental image. I'm sorry I should probably, like, not say that necessarily. Some people may not like that, but my brain goes there and I'm just like, tee hee hee hee, that's just something out of a horror comedy. I think I mentioned briefly in an earlier video when I was talking about how, like, Freya, I'm just gonna get some water. You hear water running. I don't know if you will or not. I'm not sure how directional this little mic on the headset is. I guess I'll find out. I assume extremely directional, but what do I know? Nothing, clearly, about that. But yeah, so I think I mentioned briefly in one of the prior videos for this that I write sometimes, and I write dark fantasy and horror, but I didn't specifically mention I really enjoy horror as a genre, especially actually good horror, because it's so few and far between. A good horror story, finding one of those is just such a joy. But I also really enjoy absolute schlock that's just like, either that's made to be so bad it's funny and done successfully, or, I mean, I think my favorite in that vein is like accidentally so bad it's funny, but at the same time, who does not adore Lost Skeleton of Cadavra? Oh sweet, Halloween's coming up. I haven't watched that in a year. I have a plan now. Gotta watch that on Halloween. Ugh, that's just, no, I love that movie so much. I don't even have words. Always agree. Anyway, Freya's like, that's surprisingly deep for a cup of tea. Lua's just like, ... Why are you insulting me? Yeah, she's not even gonna address that with a response. Oh, Freya, you totally struck out. You were trying to be like, oh, you're so deep, and you've made it come off negative, and now she's just never gonna look at you as a potential partner. I'm sorry, you've ruined that for yourself. Gosh. I kind of got the vibe she was maybe thinking of setting up Lua with Hyde anyway, though. Oh, but she was going for a threesome. That's what it would be. And then she's just like, well, now it's just going to be the two of them. Am I still interested in doing this? She probably is. She's a busybody. Lua's like, by the way, about Bailey's. Has he visited this place again? Nope. After our last meeting? Not that I know of. He hasn't. Oh. I should apologize for the commotion we caused. Please don't worry about that. Did they cause a commotion? I don't even remember that. Who is this Bailey's person you keep mentioning? It's like, he's not a drink? It was just like ... Freya's like ... I'm like ... It was like, I don't know why Hyde cares. Exactly, I'm not criticizing. I'm just like, that's interesting. I wonder why he gives a shit. And I wonder why we're all awkward to say. He's her ex? Lua says Bailey's is, or was, I don't know, my boyfriend. We had a little fight a few days ago. Okay, then if you haven't broken up officially, just like, he's my boyfriend? I'd like, about what? Freya's like, hey, is it okay for him to just ask her like that? Yeah, he can ask. She can. Like, you're the one who introduced him to the conversation, Freya. What the fuck? Now you're just like, you brought him in by introducing him, and now you're just like, no, we must shut him out because he wasn't here the other day? I was just talking about the stuff in front of him. Yeah, of course it's okay to ask. She doesn't want to answer, she won't. Wow, Freya is such a busybody. Great hair, though. I'm like, you tell me. Dude, I'm just a customer. You're the owner of this place. Lou was like, it's an old problem. I'm a succubus and he's an elf. The usual species problems then. Psst, show some manners, old man. What? I'm just following up on the questions you started. It's alright. Bailey's and I have different views on the importance of family. Like, you're not a human, Freya. You probably don't even get it. My family is pretty close, and usually they're supportive. But when it comes to dating an elf, they fear that I'll be treated like a peasant. That's her choice to make, though. Bailey's, on the other hand, he comes from a well-respected elfin family. They can be cagey at times. I get it. No, if your family is well-adjusted and supportive, you really don't get it. You really don't get it. No, no, no. Someone who comes from a lovely, well-adjusted family does not at all know what it's like to be from a toxic family. But for whatever reason, he took his family for granted. Did he? It's not surprising that his family would disagree with the relationship. Hyde's like, you don't sound like most succubi I know. That's kind of insulting. How's your boyfriend dealing with this? He said we should just keep going. Just the same as we have been for the last 10 years. So you've been together for 10 years as a couple. And he's suggesting that both of you should just go on as usual. I mean, your relationship for the past 10 years, that was without familial approval, right? I have trouble saying familial. Well, yes. But I want our relationship to move forward. I want a family. Can you not do that without familial approval? Last I checked, it was just about, like, sticking bits together or, like, using test tubes or however you want to do donors. Not fosters, that's cat rescue. Surrogates, so forth. Hyde's like, did he disagree with the idea of marrying you? No, quite the opposite. He wanted to marry me. What's the problem then? It's not that simple. His family will disown him? Yes. He wants to marry you, even if he has to leave his family? She's just like, ... Yes. Problem solved then? Why do you have to care so much about what his or your family thinks? Just marry him, make a family of your own. She's like, it's not that simple! Like, seriously, I'm not going to yell because that's going to be painful for everyone, but she is yelling from how the screen, like, zoomed in and shit. Wow. I don't want to be held responsible if he regrets his decision one day. Okay, but you can't give him the benefit of the doubt that he understands the decision he's making and won't regret it? Wow, do you have respect for this person? I find this shit so confusing. Backseat driving people's relationships with their family while claiming you know and love the person. It's like, what? If you really know them and love them as well as, like, know them as well as you say you do and love them as well as you say you do, why would you backseat drive their relationship with their family and not trust them that they know what's best for themselves? Like I said, not like I've been here or anything. If he regrets his decision one day, abandoning one's family is not a solution. Yeah, no, sometimes it really, really is the only solution. What if marrying me is a mistake? Then it's his mistake to make. What if he regrets leaving his family? I can't take that kind of responsibility, then don't. No one's asking you to. Oh god. I just don't get other people sometimes. I can't let him make that sacrifice. Yeah, it sounds like it's his choice. Freya's like, Lua. It's like, did you ever think about the risks when you started dating him? Lua's like, yes, no, maybe a little bit. We didn't think it would get this far. From what I can see, you're the problem here. You're pretty greedy for wanting it all. Ah, good, I'm glad that he's just telling it like it is. Him, family approval. If you're asking for species reconciliation, you might as well ask for world peace. Freya's like, old man, stop talking. I'm like, no, no, do not. Freya, if I may ask, do you want to marry Bailey's? I love him. Of course I do. Even so, I can't let him leave his family for me. It would be selfish. Because I can't do the same for him. Is he asking you to? I love my family so much, no matter how messy they are. Well, that's difficult. So you're forcing your boyfriend to have the same life as you have. That blood is thicker than water mentality won't work here. Not every family is worth fighting for, you know? Some are. Not his. Have you ever met Bailey's family? No, they always rejected the idea. Did he try to introduce you to them? He did. You can't have it all, lady. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a story where some fairy god